Well, now we've got a new series called Doors Open, where our reporter Aisling Riordan hopes to give an insight into the lives behind the doors and buildings of organisations that you wouldn't normally get a look into. Well, this week Aisling went to see the Redemptoristine nuns at the Monastery of St Alphonsus, also known as the Red Nuns. They're an enclosed order here in Dublin.
Active at work, then reflective in prayer. The Redemptoristine Sisters' day is mainly made up of these two things, but there's also time for recreation. There are currently 16 nuns living in the monastery near Drumcondra in Dublin. The sisters remain within the grounds at all times. But as they say, although they are apart from the world, they hold the world in their hearts in prayer. Sister Gabrielle joined over 40 years ago when she was just 18 years old.
I loved life, I loved fashion, and I loved the boyfriends, and I was in a boarding school as well. So in one sense, one part of me was looking forward, to going out into the world and, maybe going to university and having a career and all of that for myself. And yet I felt this extraordinary draw to something deeper. And it was a draw to something that compelled me to give everything.
Now things are a bit different, where music is encouraged if that is where a particular sister's talent lies. Another big change is the internet and how they use social media to spread their message.
We also have a webcam where thousands of people join us every month. Over 12,000 in average every month join us for prayer. And people write to us on the internet for prayer as well.
In recent years, the order has seen some new recruits arrive. Sister Monica from County Meath is 30 years old, but was only 25 when she decided to become a Red Nun. She had tried living in Italy as an active nun, but found this wasn't for her.
At 12 years of age, I felt called to religious life, and I didn't know where at the time, but I felt called. And I decided to write to some Presentation Sisters and Sisters of Mercy and all over the country. I just had this huge desire to get to know about these sisters. And I did. And then I went to Cock, where I met some Presentation Sisters and spoke to them and said, "Oh, you're too young, you need to live and experience your life and do your secondary school." And then I decided to do a secretarial course after that. But it always remained in the back of my mind about the religious life.
You're 30 now, so did marriage or kids ever kind of go on the list for you?
I love children. I must have minded, I'd say, over 20 families around home, over the years, maybe from 13 years of age up to 21, I suppose I was babysitting, and even when I came back from Italy, I was babysitting as well, part-time during the days. But I suppose this is what I felt called to, and I had friends and, went out, loved discos and all that kind of thing, loved going to the cinema, loved life, live life to the fullest and enjoy that. But this is what I feel called to.
What do you miss and what do you not miss from the outside world?
What do I not miss? Well, I know there's hustle and bustle in this life as well, but we also have time for prayer, and I love that part, that you can just relax and chill out, and we're not in the hustle and bustle of the world, but yet it is a part of our life in some way. Even the concerts, we're blessed, we're beside Crow Park, so we hear the concerts, so it's really amazing in that sense. We don't really miss that. I mightn't see them in person, but I hear them.
Writing icons and making altar breads, cards and candles are the ways the nuns make a living. Sister Maria, here from Slovakia, joined when she was 22 years old.
I have many friends who are married already, in my age, and they took huge steps in their lives, so why not to join the monastery?
I'm here with Sister Lucy, and she joined in 2006. How are you?
Great.
Now, how have you enjoyed the last 7 years?
I have lived a wonderful life for the last 7 years, even though I loved life before that, but I love life even more now. But it has been a challenge, but it has been wonderful as well.
You're all very positive. Are there any negatives?
Sometimes, you're living with 16 other women, shoulder to shoulder, and you have all different attitudes. Sometimes there's challenges. You know, and sometimes, and most of the time, they're ironed out at community meetings amicably and in a nice way. And, you know, you don't always have to agree with everybody. And you have to stand for something. And if you don't stand for something, you don't stand for anything. You know, so we all have our strong opinions and strong ideas and all of that. But we live together. It's all ironed out and solved when we go to prayer.
And if you're wondering whether the sisters will get to see themselves on television, they've reliably informed us that they watch the news a couple of evenings a week, and then the great silence begins at 10 o'clock at night.
Well, that's good news. Aisling Riordan reporting there.